Hey, what's up guys, Ultimate Gamer here, and today on the review table, we have the X-Men movie, Patrick Stewart as Professor X figure from Toy Biz, and down here you can see the Marvel logo. So, if you remember yesterday, we did review the Magneto figure. If you want to go check that video out, the link is down in the description below. I did upload that yesterday. So anyways, today though, we are reviewing Professor X, who comes with the motorized wheelchair and Cerebro helmet. So, as you can see up here, we have a, I loosened my tripod too much. We have a picture of Patrick Stewart there, just shows that this figure looks nothing like him. That's a joke, by the way. Don't take that too serious, alright? Anyways, turning this figure around, we can see the rest of Series 1, which, if you didn't watch yesterday's video, you won't know which figures were in the back. If you didn't watch the review yesterday, here are the figures that came in this series. So, here we have the bio for Professor X. If you want to pause the video now and read that, I'll give you a few seconds to pause. Alright. So, anyways, on the back it shows what this figure can do and his action gimmick. So it says, connect Professor X to the wheelchair using the three plugs and holes on his back. So that's the only one I'm going to read, but it looks like you could pull back the wheelchair and let it race. I don't think we'll be able to see that because of how my table is set up. But I'm just saying maybe we won't. So let's get this figure out of the packaging and check him out. Alright guys, so here we have Professor X out of the packaging, and this figure is really cool. Really good, honestly. As you can see, he has his Cerebro helmet on, which pegs onto the back, which I'll explain more later on. So we take this off, you can see up close. Face looks a little bit like Patrick Stewart, but not too much. And a little action that this wheelchair comes with is you click it back, you can hear the notches, and it rolls on its own. That. Let me see if I can show it here on my table. It's kind of like pull it back like so, and oh, now it goes. I don't know if it's just because of how my table is or what, but it's pretty weird. Anyways, so Professor X can come off of his wheelchair, and there are some pegs, and he does have peg holes. Also, for some reason, I don't know why he has this. I don't know if there's something to do with the wheelchair, but if you pull this lever down here, his arms are like this. I don't know if it's for him to sit down or what. His hands do rotate, which I'll talk about later on in the articulation. His coat is also rubber, which is very nice. The soft rubber, so it does stay like this if you keep it in the packaging for a long time. This little thing with a peg on the back of Professor X's back, it looks like it goes up right here. So you can push it up, but I'm not sure. There's this here. Like, I'm not sure what this is. If I get the box, let me check. It doesn't really talk about what that is in the back. It doesn't talk about what this is, so assuming that's just like, I guess, decoration. So sadly, this did bend for on mine. This did bend inside the box, so you can see it's crooked there a little bit. These wheels do rotate nicely as well. There's also another pair of smaller wheels here on the bottom, and these are for the action gimmick. Also, there's screw holes on the bottom, so you could open it up, I guess, if you want. Mike Xavier doesn't seem to stand, and that kind of makes sense. I don't know if it's like every Xavier or Professor X figure, but my legs got wobbly ones. Maybe when we review the other Professor X in the non-magnetic wheelchair next week. Hopefully he won't have wobbly legs, and if he does, then it's probably all the Professor X figures that have wobbly legs. So anyways, on to articulation now. His head does rotate 360 degrees. Arms can only rotate like this and back a little bit. They probably could rotate 360 degrees, but you'll most likely end up messing up the gimmick that he has. This elbow does bend for me, and again, wrist rotate. This elbow joint here seems to be a little bit loose, so bear with me here. Give me a second as I plug in this hair dryer and loosen up that joint that he has. This very stiff joint. Give me a second, you guys. I'm gonna plug this in. Alright, you guys, sorry about that. Here. So, this is about to be very loud. Warning headphone users, or if you're watching this in like the middle of the night and your volume's all the way up or somewhat up, might want to put it down a little bit because we're about to, you know, loosen the joints on him. So this is also, by the way, here's a little tip. If you have figures and their joints are stiff, I recommend using a hair dryer and keeping it there for like 10-20 seconds because it will loosen the joint. So we're about to do so right now. As you can see, it worked a little bit, but don't think it's gonna work completely on my Professor X, sadly. Okay, there we go. We got it. Yep. See? Hairdryer saved the day right there. So yeah, going back to articulation, his elbow joints do bend, luckily. He could obviously go in a sitting position. You'd have him like sitting on grass for some reason. I don't know why you would. Knee articulation. Knees do bend. He's got no ankle articulation. Sorry about that, you guys just had to do something. Anyways, so that's articulation. Now, going back to a little bit of detailing, you can see he has a vest, which I'm glad that... Oh, wait, whoops, articulation. He does have waist articulation. Sorry, I forgot to add that in. That's pretty much it. I don't recommend you move around this coat because, as you can see, it does... Wait, put this up. It does kind of cover the holes there. So... don't recommend messing around with that. And as you can see, he has a silver tie. Don't know if he actually had that in the movie. Can't remember. Anyways, well, I don't remember if he had this because if I'm correct, he didn't come out for that much in the movie. He came out in the second movie. He had almost a lot of time. But anyways, again, as I said, if all Professor X legs are wobbly, then they won't stand whatsoever. So, if I were you, I'd probably get like a Mafex figure stand or something, and put it behind him. Or you can get those stands that have the pegs, so you can like peg him on, and then he'll just stand there properly. But if you want to have him like standing up, you can always, I guess, try and lean him with the wheelchair. Like that, maybe. Nope, it won't even work. I don't think he'll be able to stand. So yeah, you sit him down like this, and you wanna, as you can see the joints here, the peg and the peg holes. So you just wanna pop those in. You'll hear like a slight click, and then you'll know he's in because he'll be like pretty secure. His leg, but he'll be pretty secure there. you can see he has the X logo there on his chair. This is the magnetic one, actually. It's not actually, like, magnetic. Don't try and, like, if you have this, don't try and, like, put it on your fridge, because if you try to, like, stick it there, it'll fall and most likely break on you. But this is supposed to be the magnetic chair, aka the metal chair. So, if you, like, you could kind of do like X-Men Apocalypse, I guess, where you have like the Magneto figures like lifting up the wheelchair. You somehow like tie it to like a string, I guess, a fishing string. Just have him look like he's actually getting lifted. And there's also the glass wheelchair, which I do have that figure ready to review next week. Hopefully, I can get up by Monday next week. If not, probably I'll try the next Saturday. Not the next one after this Sunday, but the one after that Saturday. So, kind of confusing. 2 weeks from now, basically. I'm saying so much. Okay, so, now to Cerebro. This is the helmet. Kind of goofy, honestly. But, hey, that's Cerebro for you. So, it does fit on like Magneto's helmet would. Mine's kind of fits loose on him. Am I putting it right, or am I doing it wrong? I think I'm doing it wrong. I think it's like... Is it like this? It's more lowered, isn't it? It's like that, maybe? God damn it. I'll just show it like this. Shit, alright, so you wanna, oh, whoops, my bad, I'm not showing you this. These little cables right here, they do have small pegs. The back here does have 2 peg holes right there. So, while he has his helmet on like that, you bring this down, peg it into the wheelchair, that, and then your Cerebro helmet will stay pretty secure on top of Professor X like that. I'm about to test this for the first time. I believe nope, you can't. Alright. I was gonna say, I believe you can try and like make it look like the wheelchair is the one that holds Cerebro, and you can like fold Cerebro back to the back of the wheelchair. But the pegs come off, so it's not gonna work. Wish they could have put I wish Toy Biz would have put a bendy wire inside these cables. You bend them around, play around with them. Also, if you've seen X-Men, the movies, then this kind of makes no sense that it plugs into the back of the wheelchair. Because in case you haven't seen it, Cerebro is like a giant table, and it plugged into it is the Cerebral helmet. So Professor X just lifts it up and then puts it onto his head. That. So, yeah. So, overall, there's not much to say about this figure, honestly. He's in a wheelchair, alright, what else can I say? If you saw X-Men First Class, then you know why he's in there. If you didn't, well, I'm not going to spoil that for you. You can go ahead and watch that. I don't know if it's on Netflix yet, but you can probably look for the DVD at, like, Best Buy or Fry's or something. This figure's really good, though. If you do find this for a cheap price, go ahead and pick it up. Honestly, just pick it up. These figures are hard to find because they came out around like 2000, 2001-ish. So, yeah, these figures are really rare and hard to come across in stores. Lucky enough, I know a comic book shop / collector's shop, and they do sell all these older figures there, so really lucky of me. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's review. If you did, remember to leave a like rating, comment down below letting me know what you think of this figure. And don't forget to subscribe for more reviews, possibly gaming videos, and more surprises in the future on this channel. Goodbye.
I have crippling depression.
Mr. Clean, it's tough on good and crime and grease in just a minute.